Incline chest press. So again, 45-degree bench is probably the best. You want to have the seat elevated a little bit so it kind of keeps your butt in the position. Feet, if they can, are going to be flat on the floor. If they can't, it's okay if your toes are on the floor, but you want to make sure that your back doesn't arch in any position. So we're laying down, you're keeping your back relatively neutral. I use the word neutral because if we have glutes that might keep our back a little bit in a curve, a lordotic curve, then that's okay as long as it doesn't feel like it's pinching or arching. It feels pretty neutral. Your sit bones or your butt bones are grounded, okay? And you're keeping your shoulder blades nice and flat. So sometimes it just takes some adjustment. If you have the weights in your hands, just place them on your hip flexors. Take a couple breaths to kind of set yourself up. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed, okay? If you have a heavier weight, you're going to kind of lift your leg up to get the weight up. If you don't, for the most part, we're pretty good at being able to either come in this position and then lay back and flatten our shoulders, or we can just bring them up. So a couple different suggestions. All of them work. Do with what best suits you with the least resistance, okay? So you're not going to strain anything before you get started. You want the weights always to be in line. You can see they're in line with my shoulder and my pec, okay? They're never going to come away from your body. They're going to stay right here. The elbows can be just a little bit past 90, okay? And we're going to take an inhale here to prepare. Keep the chin gently tucked so you don't want your head up like so. Inhale. I'm overemphasizing the light grip, but you don't have to have, you do want to have your fingers around for safety. And you're going to breathe out, press over top, and it's staying over top of the sternum. Okay, so it's not pressed out here. It's not over my face. It's just in between those two. Inhale as you go down. Don't overemphasize inhaling because your body will naturally inhale, but overemphasize the back muscles coming down to absorb the weight. Okay, so you're not using the front of the body, the bicep muscles and the chest muscles, you're using the back of the shoulders and the lats. Breathe out. Inhale, absorb that weight. Notice that the weight stays in a relatively straight line, and my arms just press up and absorb it back down, keeping the chin tucked. Now, as you inhale, you're letting that abdomen gently relax. As you exhale, you're tightening up the abdomen as if you pull the belly button into your spine, creating that force to come deep down from within your core. So 10 to 12 repetitions. And when you're done, the best way to use that momentum on your last rep to sit up, get into a neutral spine position before you hop off the bench. And then you're just standing up with both legs and then moving one leg and then the other, setting the weights down. When you set them down on the weight rack, okay, I see a lot of people just throwing them down with an arched back. Make sure you're bending through the knees, pulling into your core, setting the weights down and standing up. It'll save you a lot of trouble.